Let's open our eyes to the world that's around us. Science has the answers to the questions that have found us.
Melia Science.
Science.
Hey guys, my name's Color Dog. You guys ready to learn about some colors? It'll be awesome. Join Mr. House and Rock and Rollin' as they explore colors this fall. Woohoo! And stay tuned to the end of the video. You'll see an awesome slow motion leaf battle.
That's not a dog. I'm a dog.
Yeah, I'm actually a color dog.
No, you're not a dog. You're a piece of clay. I'm a real dog.
Well, you know, whatever. Just watch the show and have a taco.
That's not a real taco, or I'd eat it.
All right, what an awesome fall day. It's a beautiful day out here in Springfield, Pennsylvania, and we are ready to do a science video. Well, what should we do a science video on? It's a beautiful fall day. Oh man, I love fall. You got the great smells in the air. We have all the different colors. Football, woo! Leaves falling down, good for leaf fights, woo!
I have an idea though.
Yeah.
Since all the leaves are changing colors, they used to be green, but now they're yellow and all that. We should do a video on colors.
Awesome, awesome idea. We'll do a video on colors, the different colors that are in light, the spectrum, the colors of the rainbow, how to make them. Why do our leaves change colors? Maybe a little art project with leaves. And at the end, stay tuned for the ultimate showdown, the leaf battle between Mr. House and Radical Rollin'. All right, in slow motion, it's really cool. All right, so first of all, let's talk about light. Light is important for colors. If you don't have light, we don't have colors. Now that sun is coming through the trees, it's beating down on us pretty good, and it's traveling in waves. And the different sizes of the waves produce different colors. Now, what colors? I have it right here. The colors of the rainbow. We see red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. These are the colors that hit all the objects around us. When they're all together, they form a white light, so we don't see anything, a white light. It's a little different when you mix the colors like in paint, and we'll talk about that later. You don't get white if I mixed all the colors. But right now, all these colors are traveling together to hit Roland's shirt. Woo! Now, when light hits something, it does one of three things. All right, first of all, it can be absorbed. Yeah, oh, stinky armpit absorbing. All right, so his shirt is absorbing some colors. All right, the next thing, it can reflect, which means bounce off. Bounce off it. So, some colors are bouncing off his shirt. And then the last thing is refract. Refract. That just means bend. So, like when we see light traveling through water or my glasses, it's bent a little bit to make the images clear. So light can bend. Bend when it hits something. All right, now here's a question for you. Roland's nice red Northwestern wrestling shirt is there, mostly red. All these colors are hitting his shirt. Which color is your shirt absorbing?
I'd say red.
Good guess, because it's red. It looks red, but that's wrong. Here's why. All these colors, I see your shirt is red. If your shirt was absorbing red, I wouldn't be able to see the red. So all these colors are hitting his shirt, and it is absorbing orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. It has absorbed them. But the red colors, the pigments in his shirt, reflect the red colors. That means when the red hits it, it bounces off and hits my eye, and I see his shirt as what color?
Red?
Yeah, so basically your shirt is reflecting red and absorbing all the other colors. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
my blue parts of my very colorful jacket of science is absorbing red and all the other colors, but it's reflecting blue. This guy's reflecting the yellow, but it's absorbing everything else. So we're going to take a look at the colors of the rainbow and how we can mix different colors, the 3 primary colors. Does anybody know what those are? The 3 primary colors to make all the different colors of the rainbow.
Red, yellow, and blue?
Red, yellow, and blue. And then we're going to try and make all these other colors just by mixing red, yellow, and blue. Let's go inside to our table of science and check this out.
Bye.
We'll be right back outside to look at some leaves.
Woohoo!
Okay, guys, here we have some of our basic primary colors. Red, yellow, and blue. These are our primary colors, and they're also colors in the rainbow. But we know that there are more colors in the rainbow. There's also orange, green, indigo, and violet, which are kind of purplish, but Roy G. Biv is the way we remember that. Sounds like somebody's name, Roy G. Biv. And we're going to show you how to mix these colors to make the other colors. Now, let's look. So, this red glass, remember, is absorbing all the colors of the rainbow from the light except for red. And this yellow is absorbing all the colors, orange, green, blue, indigo, violet, except for yellow. So let's mix the red and yellow together. And what do you think we're going to get? Take a second and think.
A bright red.
Maybe?
Orange?
Maybe? Let's see. What are we going to get? Let's do mostly. And we come up with a pretty cool orange. One of my favorite colors, not just because it's the color of my hair, but it's a pretty cool looking orange color. You can see by mixing these two, and a little more yellow. There we go. Now we have orange, red, orange, yellow. Now, what about green? I'm gonna guess if we mix the yellow and the blue, we're gonna get green.
I'm with that.
All right. Oh yeah. There we go.
It changes instantly.
It did. It changed it instantly.
And
Instantly. All right. So now, what about indigo and violet? These are the purpler colors. Well, we're going to start with violet.
we haven't
Okay.
tried blue and red.
Yep. We haven't done blue and red yet. These aren't in between each other, but we're going to do blue and red. Whoa. It's dark.
Looks like a black.
Yeah, if it's dark, but if you look through the sunlight, you can definitely see that that is a purplish color. All right, a purplish color. And
Oh, why were you adding so much yellow? It's like yellow and blue. You would add so much more yellow. Why?
well, the darker colors take up more of the pigments. So the darker colors, a little less darker color changes the whole color a lot more. The lighter colors, like if we had a little bit more red to add to that, that would be good. Even if we added some plain water, you'd be able to see that this is purple. Here, why don't we add some plain water to this
Okay.
real quick. Now, so the last thing we're going to do is another shade of that purple that we call indigo. And we did the red and the yellow and got the orange. We did the yellow and the blue and got the green. So now we're going to try the blue and the violet and see if we come up with indigo. It'd be pretty cool. And these will be all the colors of the rainbow that we see everywhere. If you're wearing a green shirt, well, then guess what? Green is being reflected by your shirt. Or maybe the pigments yellow and blue are both being reflected and it comes up as green. So we're going to add a little bit of clear water to this. Water boy. All right. And we can see a little bit more purple. It comes out as a little more purple. But let's mix these two.
Wait, what?
Woo, purple.
And then blue.
Yeah, it's just a slightly different color purple. Just slightly different.
That one's a lot more red. That one's more like purple.
All right. Now, when you mix all the colors together, you get white or white light. But if I take a little bit from each red, orange, yellow, green,
It's turning
blue,
brown.
it's turning a brown, indigo, woo, nice, violet comes next. That actually looks more violet. Maybe we got those two mixed around. And, all right.
That's not white.
Yeah, that's not white.
This is white.
Right. So, guess what? That mixing all the colors only works with light, not your crayons and things like that, or obviously our food coloring. So it only works with light because in this case, remember, a lot of the colors are being absorbed, and in red, all the other colors are being absorbed. But then when we did blue, the red was being absorbed. And so you don't see the red as much. So that's why when we put all these together, because the pigments are absorbing all these different colors, and it is just giving us this brownish colored water. All right, so now next we're going to take a look at some leaves outside, because we know the leaves are changing color. We're going to answer the question, why do they change colors? We know now why they look like different colors. So when they're green, they're just the sunlight's hitting them and the pigments are absorbing every color and reflecting green. But then they also sometimes change to red. And that is when they're absorbing every color but reflecting red and yellow and orange. So we're going to go see if we can find some of those leaves and talk about exactly why they change colors.
Brown too.
Brown too, yes. Here we have some different leaves that we found outside. Now, you can look at the different colors of these leaves. Yeah, even those pine needles we consider leaf. But let's start with the green. Why is it green? Well, most leaves are green all year, or much of the year around, right?
Yeah.
Most months, this is the dominant color. That means the color that we see. So most months out of the year, trees have green leaves. Why? This is the color of the chlorophyll, the chemical that's in those leaves that helps them turn sunlight into food and energy. So that chlorophyll is what makes them be able to make their own food out of sunlight. And it's green. And these leaves are what collects the sunlight. So we have a green leaf. Now, around this time of year, about a month ago actually, a few weeks ago, the trees realized that the days were getting shorter. It was going to be cloudier and colder, and there wasn't going to be enough sunlight and rainfall into the water for them to make food. So they decide to take a break. They go dormant. All right, if it was an animal, we might call it hibernation, but they go dormant and they say, well, let's get ready to not make any more food and just slow down so we don't even need food. And they start to get rid of their chlorophyll. They use it up, and the colors underneath are colors that were there for the most part the whole time. At least the orange and yellow is not really the red, but then sometimes they turn red. Anthocyanin is a color that makes the leaves red. Unlike other leaf colors that are always exists in the leaf, the anthocyanin are produced as the chlorophyll is broken down. So it's often seen in leaves named for their autumn splash of red, including red maples, scarlet oaks, and red sumacs. That's where we usually see these. So this is caused by a chemical, again, anthocyanin, and this chemical is produced when the chlorophyll, the green, is broken down. Now, orange is made by something called carotene. Carotene, it's a chemical that's in leaves, and it's usually covered up by the green, the chlorophyll. But when that green goes away, sometimes we see the orange. And that orange carotene, can anybody guess what else carotene is in? Something else that is orange?
Pumpkin, those are orange and they're around fall.
Okay. Could be. Actually don't know. It might be in pumpkins. But I was thinking of carrots. Carrots have carotene. And that's what gives them their orange color. And I would imagine pumpkins too. And then finally, another color that's there, xanthophyll. Xanthophyll, one of those few words that begins with an X, is a color that is often found in like butternut squashes and corn and things like that. They give them their color, but they're also found in leaves. And again, when the green chlorophyll fades away, the yellow true color shows up. The yellow color shows up. And then after a little while, since it's going dormant, the leaves turn brown, fall to the ground, and they die. The whole tree doesn't die, just the leaves, like getting a little haircut. And they'll be back again in the spring when they say, hey, wake up, time to make some more food.
Wait,
now, go ahead.
What makes them brown? Is it just not having any of those?
Well, kind of like when we mixed all our colors. They're absorbing the pigments of a bunch of different colors, so we just see them as brown. We see it as brown, kind of like our mixture of everything. They're absorbing the yellows, the oranges, the reds, and when you get too many colors mixed together that aren't light, it gives you that brown or a gray color. Now this guy has green needles. He's from an evergreen tree, which means he doesn't take a break during the winter. You know, he says, no, I'm gonna work all winter. And his leaves are sturdier. They aren't gonna get affected by frostbite or freezing temperatures. They're sturdier than these flimsy leaves on maples and other types of trees. So he makes chlorophyll all winter long. He makes that.
How though?
Well,
Did you say that there's not enough sun?
Well, he has tons and tons of these needles, so there is some sunlight, and so whatever little bit he gets, he's very efficient, and he collects every little bit of it, and he uses all these little needles to collect it all winter long. And the design helps him withstand the cold. So he does use what's there. So it's not enough for some trees, but the evergreens, their system, their adaptation of living through the winter, in some places you find evergreens that never has a summer. So they had to find a way to grow and make their food. Hey, why don't you show them how to do a quick leaf rubbing? When you find a really cool leaf, like, I don't know, pick one of these. I like this guy.
Yeah.
Or you could do a couple of them.
Let's try this one. It's a small and easy one to start off with.
Or let's do these two. We'll do these two together. All right, so Roland's gonna show you how to make a leaf rubbing. All right? First of all, you just need to go out and find some leaves. Gotta get a hard surface. You probably don't need the book, even though the Lorax is a cool book about leaves and trees. But
Read it sometime if you have it.
maybe we will. Actually, I think it's on one of my YouTube channels. But he's gonna get a blank piece of paper, and he's going to put his leaves underneath the paper.
Hey, Color Dog, can I have that crayon back now? Thank you.
Color Dog, give him his crayon.
And you gotta shave the skin off the crayon.
A little bit. So don't use your best crayons. Try and find some old crayons.
Yeah.
You need a hand?
Yeah, can you get that off?
All right.
I have
So
crayons to help if you need it. Can't shave that stuff off.
hold the camera. And we are going to, there we go. Always prepare your crayons before the movie. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's actually not. Just kidding. That's a good idea.
Yeah, we can always speed that up. All right, ready? Okay, so he is going to, what you gonna do? You gotta put that under there.
Yeah.
Find out where it is. And let's put this leaf under there too. We'll do them both at once. Let's make sure they're farther apart. All right, now he's gonna press down and he's going to just rub. Whoa, sweet, keep rubbing. I wanna see that. Now see, a long time ago, before cameras, there were scientists that would go all around the world. Usually they join a boat or a ship sailing around the world. It could be a military ship. Keep going. See if we can get them a little bit more. And they would either draw pictures of things that they found or make rubbings of things that they found and take them back to their science groups and see if anybody else had found anything like that. And these guys were called micrographias because they would draw small things like insects and different animals. So you can make a cool rubbing of different leaves. You can make patterns or anything with any colors you wanted.
Let's try this big one now.
All right, do the other side.
Rubbing, 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 rubbing. Wow, this takes up the whole page.
Whoa, you can see the veins. Awesome.
Oh, bottom part. Wow, you guys should definitely try this at home. I haven't done it in a long time.
Oh yeah, get all the way in there. Cool. Cat, I don't think there's anything here you want. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Hey, I know another awesomely fun thing to do with leaves. Leaf battle. Be prepared as Radical Roland takes on Mr. House in a slow motion leaf battle. And we hope you enjoyed learning about our leaves and where colors come from.
Yeah. You should start doing a question box for them.
Yeah, they can put questions at the end of any video and we will try and answer them.
Nice.
Okay, well, I'm here waiting for the leaf battle. I've been practicing my whole life for a leaf battle. But it looks like Roland isn't here. Huh. I guess Roland chickened out. Chicken bark bark!
Let's open our eyes to the world that's around us. Science has the answers to the questions that have found us.
Melia Science.
Science.